So we're going to take a look at another bunch of Pretenders toys. I think Pretenders are the most Halloween adjacent of the Transformers toys. Literally Transformers guising in disguise. Sometimes they're scary, sometimes they look like a chartered accountant from Leeds. But I think we can all agree, no matter what, they're a lot of fun. 4 spooky Decepticon Pretenders. Today we have Octopunch, Bloodgeon, Iguanus, and Karg. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no, wait, no, it's Carnivac.
It's Carnivac. Ugh.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Right, well, Carnivac here is a Pretender beast, and he's the only one we're missing an accessory for in their anti-thermal cannon. But usually this toy comes missing their detachable blue shoulder pads. I'd rather have these, if I'm honest. What does a wolf need with a gun, you know? As a cybernetic wolf, there isn't really much cooler as a shell or an alt mode. You know, see my review of Max B, link in description. It's weird that we've had 0 Carnivacs since this lad in 1988. I love that head sculpt, absolutely vicious. He'll bite your chest and arms, no problem. No articulation to speak of in this mode, much like fellow Pretender beast Catilla, link in description. The tail looks like it will at least be able to move up and down, but no, it's a shame. Still, Carnivac gets by on their looks. For now, anyway, because it's time to surprise every single person watching this video by splitting the wolf open to reveal another little wolf. You know, I don't want to repeat myself too much from other videos, but I do wish they'd mixed up the animal to shell dynamic a little bit. We're supposed to be using disguise to surprise, not just go, there's another wolf. The wolf mode is surprisingly spry, lots of posing potential with these elbows and the little legs, a cute tail and a fun visor, that's great, not to mention the lesser seen colour scheme of purple, brown and dark cyan. It's in the robot mode that Carnivac kind of falls on his arse a little bit, and I don't want to get on Ed Perry's bad side here, but this robot mode kind of stinks. There's a lot to dislike here. I do appreciate the head inside the Jaws motif, but the proportions are just so off. The whole thing's kind of off from that perspective. It's way too dumpy, like they beefed up a G1 combiner limb but didn't factor in how it would be to actually transform and play with. I mean, look at the back of it. Look at the state of him. I mean, at least you can do this, but it isn't funny, okay? But hey, when it comes to modes, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, so don't be sad. Plus bonus points for the inner shell looking like the wolf is wearing lipstick, which you have to agree is a fun idea. Iguanus is next on the agenda, and
It's Iguanus.
Oh, okay. Well, if you say so. Iguanus here is a big cybernetic humanoid purple iguana. Now, who can say that isn't a fantastic combination of words? Lots of nice texture on him, and the goofiest face I've seen outside a mirror in years. Being one of the bigger Pretenders, we've got a nice belt that detaches, as well as the Hurricane Air Blaster. And look, we're not going to pretend this thing isn't just part of the alt mode that he's holding here. You know, I hate to say this, but you all are smarter than that. A very coherent colour scheme though, and a very handsome boy. Look at the tail! Opening Iguanus up, we're back in familiar Pretender territory. Pretendatory? Although I have to say, in terms of colour, this lad wins hands down. Oh, that lovely red wine and the rich purple? Yes please, and thank you. Very limited articulation, but he can hold the blaster, which is a small mercy. What isn't so merciful is that alt mode. Jeez, oh, I mean, I can forgive a lot. I can forgive your rude comments, people leaving the Patreon, but this? Combining the wheels and the gun, it's an absolute mess that doesn't even roll since the wheels are solid plastic. I like the design, sure, but the execution? Woeful. Iguanus is largely saved by that incredible shell though, so fucking sit down. Next up is Bloodgeon.
Gavin, it's Bludgeon, okay? Bludgeon.
Oh, for fuck... Oh, great, oh, fair enough. Okay, Bludgeon it is. This is probably the most famous Pretender, maybe? Outside the classic characters, of course. I mean, he was a feature on the last ever Marvel UK comic, so maybe I think he's more important than he actually is. No, you know what? He's amazing. Look at this cover. Still, a cool as hell skeleton samurai guy. I just adore the look of the fella. The colours work. He's got this big helmet covering an impressively sculpted bonce, as well as a laser rifle. I mean, I would have preferred he had his katana, of course, but this is fine. Opening up the shell, we've got the robot mode that's similar in stature and complexity to a G1 combiner limb, maybe a bit chunkier, but it's pretty good. There's a handheld weapon you can store in the shell of the boy, and while it's not going to excite you so much that your shite will turn into Coca-Cola inside your body, it's a step up from some Pretenders for sure. Add this turret piece to the gun, slap it on the robot's back, and you've got a fairly decent green tank. Decepticon leaders love a green tank, eh? It's also absolutely serviceable, which is a bit of a shame considering the character's more memorable looks. When you're in robot mode, you can stick the turret onto the Pretender's shell arm as a sort of shield, if you like. I personally do like that. I know a lot of YouTubers like to keep their audiences at arm's length, but I am comfortable opening up on this subject with you. Bludgeon might not live up to their rep, but they are still pretty spectacular. Finally is the villainous Octopunch. Nothing to say there?
No, you got it right. For once.
Oh, fucking kiss my arse! Anyway, Octopunch, a tentacled tit of the highest order. I'm a real sucker for designs like this, all diver helmets and tentacles. The helmet does a good job of obscuring the face underneath, making it more spooky as your mind tries to fill in the details. Octopunch perhaps doesn't have the most coherent colour scheme, but it isn't too egregious. They've got some great sculpted detail, and of course these double suckers on the arms are very cool. We get his harpoon gun, which is pretty unique. You know, once you take that helmet off though, you get this kind of disappointingly vague, lumpy face. I think perhaps the plastic is a bit too dark, it's harder to pick out the finer detail. Still, I can't say I don't love the boy when he's fully kitted out. Cracking that shell open, we've got a tiny boy inside. I really like the proportions on this design. It's a nice Rocklord style head sliding reveal as well. The shell even hides a second gun, the acetylene torch, and once that's plugged into, yes you guessed it, his bicep, we're good to go. A testament to success through simplicity. Unplugging these pieces from the back of the shell, we can attach them to the inner robot, and we've got a little crab. Isn't that great? Plus it's nice we don't just get another octopus. I guess that would be tougher to produce in 1988. They probably would have if they could, you know. Overall, Octopunch is a great addition to the Pretenders line, one of the only ones I can think of where the inner robot is better than the outer shell in terms of entertainment value. Altogether, that's a fun group of toys. Again, Pretenders get by on the novelty of the gimmick rather than being great toys to interact with. Looking at my collection, I actually have more of them than I ever would have guessed, and there's still a lot more to go, so we'll definitely be revisiting this line in the future, for better or worse. Thanks for watching, folks. I don't do this often, but please like this video if you've got a second, and subscribe if you've made it this far, and considering supporting what we do at patreon.com/TRDQ, like patron Typhon Mar, whose favourite toy is Siege Soundwave. And look, listen, that robot mode is exquisite, alright? Leave them alone, right, bye.